Hi, this is Megan from megantdavenport.com, and if you've looked at the subject line, it's a bit of a shock. So this is going to hurt some people, and I wanted to come on board and go live because it's important, and it's important for people who are building their email list. So if you're not building your email list, then keep on scrolling. So I've just deleted yesterday, I just deleted 100 people off my email list. Now the reason why this is really important is because you can get yourself in trouble if you've got people on there that don't necessarily want to be on there. Now, true story, I was chatting with a friend of mine the other day. Hi guys, welcome. And he was telling me that he had his autoresponder account shut down. Now, I had not actually heard of this before. I didn't realize that your autoresponder could actually kick you out because we are paying them, right? We're paying to use their facilities every month. So you would think that, you're always going to be there. But the truth is he got kicked out, and they won't let him back in. Now, I want to talk about this because it's important when we're building a list. Hi, Sadie. Hi, Alex. Thank you for coming. Now, when you're first starting out and you're generating leads, then you're all very excited, right? So what you've done is you've provided value in the marketplace. You've got a capture page out there. They've opted in for some free training, and they are now on your email list. Now, unless you have specifically spoken to somebody on Facebook and offered your newsletter and you've put them on your newsletter, then, they're basically a cold lead. So then you have to warm them up afterwards. Okay, so the reason why this guy got his email account shut down was because they said that he was getting too many complaints. So if you are building an email list, then drop a me in the comments, and if you are not doing this, then I highly recommend you do it. So what I had to do, right, was you can go inside your autoresponder and you can filter on how many people have opened your emails over the past 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It's totally up to you. And you'll also have your people that unsubscribe are still actually there on your list as well. So they get taken into account as well. So I went in. Now this is really going to hurt. Okay, if you guys are building your list and you're not getting lots and lots of leads coming in all the time, then if you do this exercise and you see how many people just haven't opened up your emails, then this is really going to hurt. Because it would have hurt me if this was the case for me. And those leads that I am talking about that I deleted, I worked really hard for those leads. And if you are generating your leads for free and you're syndicating your blog posts and you're doing all of that and you're working really hard to get that lead, then this can be tough. Right, so what I did was I went into and I'm going to do a blog post on this. So if you want to know, I use Aweber as an autoresponder. And if you'd like to know, I'm sure it'll be similar for other autoresponders as well. So if you would like to know exactly how to go about finding out who is opening your emails and how far back, then drop a B or a blog and just write blog in the comments, and then when I do the blog, I will tag you in on it, and you can go in and do it for yourself because you've got to do it. So what I did was I went in and I'm going to be doing this regularly. I went in and I did the exercise, and I found out that there was quite a lot of people that hadn't opened up my emails for the last, I chose 3 months, but as I continue on, I'm probably going to be doing this month. And so hello. It came up with about 160 people that hadn't opened up my emails in the past 3 months. Now, it also included the unsubscribes. So then what I did was I separated that list, and I sent a one last email to that list. And what I did was I gave them one last chance and said who I was, what I'm about, because I'm always providing value in blog posts and videos and all of that. But if they're not opening your emails, there's no point. There's no point having them there. So then you can just export the list in case you ever want to use it again in the future, but you know, it's probably a bit pointless. So what's happening there is that when you're building an email list, you've got to actually monitor what your open rates are. And if you've got people on your list there that have unsubscribed and have not opened up your emails in quite some time, then your open rates are going to be affected. So you don't actually have a true record of what your open rate is and what your click rate is. Now, we know that building a list is the most important thing that you can do for your business, so you need to be tracking it properly. You need to be making sure that the people that are looking at your emails and they are opening your emails and they are interested in what you have to say, because otherwise then you go in spam folders, then you get complaints, people start complaining, and you never know who's complained. And just a heads up out there, if you're an entrepreneur and you don't want to be on somebody's list anymore, then just simply unsubscribe. You don't have to complain because, you know, what's the point? Just unsubscribe and move on. And it really annoys me when people just feel that they have to just be bloody haters and complainers all the time. So, thank you for the like, Sadie. Thank you. So highly important to get your tracking right. It's one thing to create a lead, but if that lead isn't going to open your emails for 3 months, then there's no point in them being there. You've simply got to get rid of them and fill your pipeline. So if you're not filling your pipeline quick enough, then pop an info into the comments and I will show you a way where you can be generating leads and filling that pipeline and getting people in front of you, in front of your emails who actually want to be there. Because I've actually had I've sent free Facebook training out to people and they've put their phone number in and I've actually phoned them up and thinking that they're in my online network marketing industry, and they're not. They're actually, some people have been like social media teachers in universities, and so people are often opting in for some of that training who aren't in our industry. So it's very important to fine tune, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So if you want to know more information, I mean, honestly, if you're building your list slowly and you're getting your leads, and it's fantastic to be getting leads, but as you go forward, you've got to be tracking it. And you've got to be making sure that your open rates are up around, I mean, you really want your open rates, you're up around the 10% mark. So the way to do that is to clean your list. And they call it a self-cleaning oven. You've got to clean your list. So if it hurts, if you go and do this exercise and you find out that half your list haven't opened up your emails or you're getting a lot of unsubscribes, then you've simply got to fill that pipeline. So pop an info into the comments and I'm going to show you privately how you can fill that pipeline and make sure that your emails and your value and your content is getting in front of the right audience, because if you get too many complaints, you're going to get shut down. Now that, I mean, that was just, I was absolutely gobsmacked to hear that, but it's in line with all the things that I'm learning at the moment about email marketing. And you've just got to make sure that you've got your tracking and your numbers and you're filling that leads pipeline. So that's all I really wanted to say. If you are building your list too slowly, let me know. And if you want to see that blog post, then pop blog into the comments and I'll show you exactly how to go about finding out who's actually opening your emails and who's not. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining. Hi Alex, thank you very much and have a great day. Bye bye.